Before dating and relationships, the friend zone is a universally painful experience that many people have to go through. However, it's more often than not when a guy is interested in a girl, but is simply met with platonic friendship, similar to a tier 3 subscription to Pokimane. Sometimes the friend zone can be tough to pick up on, and a lot of the time, guys can't even realize they've been friend zoned. They can misinterpret the signals they're giving and sometimes get too attached. However, there are actually many stages of signals girls usually give. Subtle hints. Subtle hints are the hardest to pick up on, and they usually just make you think, well, maybe she just needs more time. They text back with one-word answers. They say if a girl doesn't text back with the same length as yours, it usually means they aren't interested in the conversation. You're sending paragraphs and she's replying with K, or just leaving you unread. I thought this was just normal, but then I immediately see them send a huge paragraph in the group chat. If the girl was really into you though, they would have texted back with a story of their own. She looks at you in class instead of the wall behind you. Imagine you're in class and you see a cute girl across the room. You don't want to make it too obvious, so when she makes eye contact, you start admiring the brick wall right behind her. If you ever catch this and she doesn't change her point of focus, it means she wasn't actually looking at you. She was looking at the dude behind you. They only want to hang out in groups. If she only wants to hang out in groups or frequently cancels on you, it usually means they don't see anything you two can do together. You might think, well, maybe she's just busy and doesn't do this that often. And then you scroll through their Instagram and you see them at the beach with another guy. She's not avoiding socializing, she's avoiding you. Alright, mid-tier signals. These are a bit more obvious, and I recommend you tread lightly before you make any moves. You might still be holding on to hope at this point, just don't. She starts calling you bro. This can vary depending on the place they're from, but usually it means they see you as a brother. You don't feel it at first, but then you realize she's not actually using these words to flirt with you. I remember after a grad party, it was 2 in the morning, I took a girl to my house, and while we were talking, she said, "You know, I've known you for 13 years, you're like a brother to me." While that immediately crushed all my hopes and dreams for that night, it really can't get any more direct than that. She told me she had a crush on me in elementary school though, so I still consider that night a win. She talks about other guys a lot. If she shows you pictures and talks to you about other guys she likes, you're most likely just her therapist. Now you might think, but maybe she's just trying to make me jealous and I can get to know more about her. While this could be true, you then realize she was showing you these pictures because she thought you were gay. They always have an excuse. If every time you ask to hang out she has a reason to not see you, they either have a really busy schedule or your presence is not a priority. Famous excuses are, I have to take a shower, I have to walk my goldfish, I'm contagious. This is a hint that maybe they just aren't really interested in seeing you, and when you do see them, instead of greeting them with a hug, they give you a high five. Finally, the obvious hints. If you notice any of these and are still in denial, I recommend aid. They already have a boyfriend, unless you're into that. They're actually lesbian, unless you're into that. She starts setting you up with other people. If the girl you're interested in starts trying to set you up with her friends, it's essentially over. She's not trying to be a wingman, of course. She's trying to redirect your attention away from her, because she realizes you still won't let go. She tells you explicit statements. If she explicitly tells you that you're friends, it's not something to challenge. It's a polite way of saying no without hurting your feelings too much. She invites you to the girls' hangout. If you're suddenly being invited to the girls' night out, it's not because she wants to see you as one of the girls. Maybe they just need an Uber driver for the night, or maybe you're just a photographer. It's more like they see you as the best friend without the actual benefits. So there you have it. If you ever identified with one of these, it might be time to reevaluate and move on. And if you're ever wondering on how to leave the friend zone, there's always a surefire way. But if you're ever in doubt, just ask the girl out. You might be surprised and get a yes.